Can I tell you something? Let me tell you something. Martell and Marcel are both morons. Let's get into it, shall we? All right, y'all. Love and Marriage Huntsville, episode 3. Okay, let's get into it. Episode starts off with Maurice and Marcel meeting. Maurice comes to Black because he's pretty much pissed. And he hasn't really had a chance to talk to Marcel about it. And he feels like he is owed an apology for this whole picture situation. Marcel kind of bringing him into this mess, even though he lied clearly on the show about not being there. He's, pretty much just off GP from your brother. Like, why would you air me out like that? I mean, obviously we all saw on TV in the background where he did tell Kimmy, yeah, I was there or whatever, and they saw it on TV. But I'm like, we saw that, but you still lied on the stage. So it's kind of like, you still look bad. You look bad. Okay. So anyway, Marcel basically maintains that Maurice shouldn't have lied. And he doesn't feel like, he owes him an apology. And he feels like, Maurice feels like Marcel is just being a bit prideful. Martell brings his old raggedy, Mighty Mouse looking ass up in there. And Maurice basically asked him, don't you think that Marcel owes me an apology for what he did? And Martell was like, yeah, you kind of throw him under the bus. He's like, if he said he wasn't there, we all got to say he wasn't there. So that let me know right there, y'all be covering for each other. Even though I already knew that, but your boy Martell pretty much confirmed that y'all sit up there and cover for each other and that y'all do shit like this all the time. Lying. Okay, so you basically lying all the time, and y'all, that was the story and y'all was sticking to it. And Martell deviated from the original premise of cover your ass and say you didn't do it, deny, and lie until they have evidence of you actually inserting your penis into somebody with your face on it. Okay. So all of y'all some damn liars, and I don't believe anything that y'all say. Okay. Even less than I already did before. So moving right along, Martell pretty much confirms that Marcel threw Maurice under the bus. Then they end up talking about Tiffany and Lewis. And Martell says that he doesn't think that, Marcel should have been so hard on Lewis. He feels like he really went hard on him and Tiffany at the reunion. And, Marcel is pretty much like, they should have been minding their business and not been all in my shit. So it's basically Marcel don't like nobody that holds him accountable. Tiffany and Lewis could basically see through his BS, and he didn't like that they were calling him out on it. So he wants everybody to live in his confusion, and they weren't having it. So he was pissed, and that's all that was. But Martell maintains that he did lay it on a little thick and he didn't understand. And he feels like they should have a conversation. Marcel seems to be open to a conversation with Lewis and Tiffany. So in the next scene, Lewis and Tiffany are chatting, and Tiffany seems like she feeling all frisky and trying to spend some time with her man. But yet, while she trying to hop on the date or go out on a date or whatever, he's sitting here fixing electricity for a video game console for his boys. So they end up having a conversation about the pajama party. Tiffany tells him about that. Then they end up talking about Marcel and his relationship with Lewis. And she's like, it seems like they all like to have one-on-one conversations. How would you feel about us meeting up with them to talk? And Lewis is basically like, listen, Tiffany brings up him knowing them from somewhere. I can't remember where she knows Marcel from. And Lou seems to get upset about that too, because Marcel seems to pretend like this is his first time encountering them, which is on this show. He didn't really know them that well. So Lou seems irritated over that. And then basically Lewis is just like, listen, I ain't no punk bitch. Like, he ain't about to try to punk me because I say what I have to say and I give my opinion. You don't have to like my opinion, but what you're not going to do is be disrespectful to me. And I get what Lewis is saying. Like, we can all respectfully disagree with each other. We can all listen to each other. Everybody has different opinions. Everybody has different backgrounds, but it can't be, I don't want to hear what you have to say, even though we're on this show together and have to be around each other. And that's just that on that. You do what I say when I say how I say, because I've been on the show longer, and that's it. That ain't how it works. Everybody is on the show because they're bringing different perspectives, and Marcel should respect that. So apparently they going, Lewis is open to having a conversation, but he maintains that he ain't no bitch ass nigga. Okay, so moving right along. I thought this was really cute. Mel and Mariah were doing audition tapes together. And, Mel, I think she actually booked this part because I saw a clip of it on her, allegedly. I don't know. I think I saw a clip of it on her Instagram page where she did actually get this part that she was doing the audition tape for. So apparently Mariah has been acting too. She's been acting since she was a little girl. And Mel talks about, taking her on to auditions in Atlanta and then hurrying up to get her back to school the next morning before school starts and then being tired or whatever. But Mel basically doing whatever it takes to make sure that she can help Mariah to, fulfill her dreams and do what she wants to do and becoming an actress. So Mel does her little part. And I'm just, I love you, Mel. But this whole ghetto ratchet, I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but like if it's a role where you got to be a little snappy or whatever, some Black women do automatically we go straight for the ghetto voice. I don't understand. Like she said something like, I don't know where they are. Why are you asking me or something like that? And I'm just like, girl, you could just, can you do it a little different? Maybe don't record that part. You need to do that again. Like you need to act like this, how you really talk or whatever. I don't know, but whatever. She's auditioning and I'm glad that she's adding even more, a plethora of other things to her income streams. Okay. And kudos to her for including her daughter. But what I thought was really cool is that really important, she sat down with Mariah and she said, do you understand why mommy works so much? And Mariah says, so that we can eat and so that you can take us on trips and, basically so that you can take care of us or whatever. And I, love the fact that she sees her mom's hard work, but I love even more that Melody explained why she worked so hard. So she was basically trying to help Mariah understand that she's trying to teach them that you have to be independent and you can't always depend on somebody else to do everything for you in your life. You have to be willing to be a go-getter. Go out here, make it happen for yourself because it's not guaranteed that somebody else is going to do it for you. And it's not anybody else's obligation to make your dreams come true or, basically to take care of you. And I think the moral of it all is I don't want you with no good ass nigga like your daddy. So don't think that you got to depend on some man to be successful, girl, because mama got your back and we gonna make it do what it do. And ain't no man got to be a part of the equation if it don't have to be. He can be there to be an added incentive to your growth as a person, as a woman, but it's not a necessity to your success. And I appreciate her having that conversation with her. And I thought it was awesome. Mel asked Mariah, what does she want to do? And Mariah said, I want to be better at tennis and I'll be the better than Serena Williams at tennis. And I was like, ooh, that's some big old shoes to fill, girl. But you know what? You can do it. And if you put your mind to it. So kudos to her. And I look forward to seeing her in Wimbledon, child. All right. Next thing, Marcel shows his new wine. Martell shows his new wine to his mom. And she loves it because she over there guzzling it down. I'm like, honey, come up for air. Okay. This don't look like her first rodeo with guzzling down some alcohol. I'm just saying. And then from the way Miss Marlene talks, she guzzling down liquor and cigarettes every night. I mean, I can just imagine her just sitting on her back porch with her little friends, just smoking and talking. She's a nice lady, but just smoking and drinking and having a good old time, down at the kicking the bobo with her friends that's 60 and over and talking about backgammon. I don't know, but I can just imagine that's what she's doing. Anyway. She's telling Marcel how great of a person he is. He's a good person. And I'm like, girl, if you, I guess, words of affirmation to help some damn body. But your son is crazy as a June bug. Okay. He's crazy. You need to start telling him that and help him get his life together. So then they end up talking about so the wine is called Inez. He's naming it after his grandmother. paying, homage to her. And then they talk about the book signing, and he asks her if she's coming. So she says, if I say I'm coming now. I'm going to come and be there to support you. And then he talks about sending Mel the information, basically saying he told her to bring the kids to the event. Not I asked her if it's okay to bring the event, but basically I told Mel to bring the kids to the event. First of all, this is not your week. Schedule another book signing. That's what you need to do, because y'all don't have a good relationship. Y'all couldn't even be in a scene together last season without her wanting to put her damn hand around your thick ass throat. I don't understand why you thought that it was okay for you to schedule some shit on her week and think that by you telling her to bring the kids because they co-wrote this book with you, that they have to be there. You don't know what she has going on. You don't know if she had a trip planned already and they out of town. You said yourself, you know what? I'm going to wait till I get into that, y'all, because Martell irks me. Moving right along. So the next scene is Marcel and Tisha, child, which burned my damn brain up as well. So they doing s'mores, and Marcel looks every bit of uninterested in being around his wife and his children. Like, this man literally feels like he's having an out-of-body experience when he's around his family. It looks like that. Like, he just looks so uninterested. And his son, MJ, very, very well spoken, very intelligent young man. Like, I'm just like, why don't you have any thoughts of being around your family? Like, you look like this is a chore to you. And I can't stand seeing it. And it just really is heartbreaking for me with Tisha, because, girl, you a single mama and you just don't even, it's just not on paper. You might as well live the life, because this man don't give a damn about you or them kids, unfortunately, in my opinion, from what I see. It's tragic. It's very tragic. So he's sitting there, and then they end up talking about Africa, and Tisha apparently wants to now take the family to Africa. I'm like, well, bitch, why the fuck y'all didn't go the first time with Marcel? Then she's asking him about different places that they can take the kids, or different things that they should do to show the kids a good time. And I'm like, it don't seem like he had very much input. In my opinion, I think Marcel told her ass that he was in Africa, but his ass ain't go to Africa for real. I feel like he was right there in fucking Huntsville, or wherever the hell he was, with his other family. That's what he was doing. And that's that on that, and that's my opinion, and I ain't changing it. Okay, that's how I feel. That's what I think was happening. All right? So moving right along, the kids end up going ahead and leaving, and Tisha she talks about Africa again, and then they talk about Maurice and Martell coming to Black to talk to Marcel, and about the situation with the picture, and then they talk about Lewis and all this other stuff. And then, Marcel says to Tisha that they feel like that Martell and Maurice confirmed that they feel like he was bullying Lewis or whatever. But he feels like, I don't need you giving me any advice on my marriage. Like, you don't know us like that to be giving us advice. So I don't even really want to be talking to you about my marriage. And Tisha was like, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, because, there's so much out here, even with my mom, like when she asked you about the apartment or whatever, do you ever talk to Martell about this apartment or whatever? Like, that was her way to kind of segue into asking him if he really has this apartment. Now I want y'all to peep game and pay attention to Marcel, the chatterbox. Okay. So when she brings this up, he jumbles around, talking about, Tisha, I mean, come on now. Like, if I had a secret apartment, my tags are very distinctive. It has my name on it on my cars. And then, my truck, everybody knows my truck. So if my cars were over there and over there, if they was over there, what's there, Marcel? You said if my cars were over there, as if there is a place that exists. I hope Tisha was paying attention to that, because over there, he didn't say if I had a secret apartment, it wouldn't make any sense because people would know my tags. That would be simply what he would say. Why would you say if my car was over there, as if there was a place that exists? Okay. So then she asked if he ever talked to Martell about this place, and you know, why haven't they talked about it? Like, what are y'all talking about if you're not talking about the place? So I ain't never seen Marcel start to stutter. He start stutter, 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 stutter. I could tell you're lying, because when you are lying, yeah, Marcel, you're over there stuttering, and we can tell. Okay. So he starts stuttering and carrying on, and I'm like, oh, child, you have been caught in a lie, and it is very evident. So he says Martell actually called him and said, don't do anything to ruin your marriage. He says he tells him he hears what he's saying, um, but him and Tisha are good. And then he turns to Tisha for validation, and she often turns to him for validation in everything she says. And he says, we are good though, right? Right? And Tisha says, yeah, we're good. I really hope that Tisha is collecting information. Honestly, I would love, you know what, Tisha, if you ever watch my videos, girl, get you a private investigator to follow this man around. You'll know. Pay him for 60 days. Have him 90 days, actually, because I really feel like, here's what I think about this, y'all, and we're going to move on. I think that Tisha knows something is going on. She wants to believe her husband, but I think that she also is tired of looking like an idiot, because before this show even aired, there's already rumors around Huntsville that everybody knows that Marcel is out here doing the most. Okay. They were the triplets of cheating, child. Okay. Him, Maurice, and Martell. I don't think Maurice is dumb anymore because he knows that his wife is not stupid. Kimmy is not Letitia in the least. Okay. I think Kimmy let him slide with the Atlanta stuff, but I don't think if anything new pops up, oh, Miss Kimmy don't play. Okay, she from Baltimore. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Okay. Now moving right along. I feel like if Tisha had solid evidence, and I feel like that's what she's looking for, and I really think that she wants Marcel to tell her the truth so that they can work on it. And I think that she's starting to realize that he's making her look like a fool and he don't give a damn about it. And that's what's really starting to piss her off in the background of everything. So I think, Tisha, girl, get you a private investigator, girl. Get you a private investigator to follow his ass for 90 days. He ain't going to stay away from the mistress or his second family for 90 days, okay? You'll find the answers you need to know. Use your head, girl. You got all them degrees. You need to use your brain for something. Use it for good, child, not for stupidity, all right? Moving right along. Next scene, Maurice and Kimmy. We ain't really gonna spend too much time on this. They going on their honeymoon and their little trip. They talk about Kiki being at the pajama party and them talking about Tisha. Maurice tells her that she needs to go and talk to Tisha and let her know what happened at the pajama party. And Kimmy is like, listen, I'll do all that when we come back from the trip, because it took this long for you to even take me on a daggone honeymoon. I'm in honeymoon mode right now. I'm not worrying about them. I'll talk to them bitches when I get back. So here we are at the book signing, and I'm going to say this. It's a lot of y'all mofos online that got a lot of opinions about this whole situation, and a lot of y'all seem to be on Martell's side, which, you know, I really feel sorry for y'all. I feel like it's a lot of women out here that are so used to men treating you like shit that it's just okay. Like this is just normal behavior for you. It's like you want to just bow down, bitches, to everything a man does, because it's okay. You know, in this situation, it was about the kids. It's about the kids. No, it wasn't about the kids. And that's why y'all are gullible and dumb as fuck. Anybody that thinks that this situation should have been in Martell's favor is crazy and deranged. And quoting from a Martin movie. Okay, y'all figure out which one it was. All right. First of all, y'all crazy and deranged. It's no way that anybody with a brain in their head would think that what Martell did was okay. And if y'all paid y'all stupid asses attention, okay, even his own assistant didn't agree with what he did. She is very delicate. Melanika is very delicate with her words with Martell, because she knows that he's a narcissist. She doesn't want to say it where she's basically telling him, you know, you dead wrong for having this event or doing this and thinking that the kids are going to come. You're not on good terms with Mel. So why the hell would you think that she was going to bring these kids here. And she said it. He said, she comes in, they both come in. You know, she says, what do you think about the space? How are you feeling? You know, all this stuff. And he's like, you know, I feel good. And, you know, she says, well, what about Mel and the kids? Are they coming? First of all, if this is your manager, she should know all of this already. Y'all shouldn't be talking about this on the day of. So that's the first spark of my attention to let me know that this is not organized and he did not do this right. Because if he really wanted to do it right, he would have had Melanika reach out to Mel and get it all squared away. Because y'all don't have a good relationship. So y'all don't even talk to each other. Mel don't want to film with you. Y'all, I'm telling you, there's some empty head bitches out here that think that this stuff is okay. There's so many signs here to let me know that this man just did this to try to make Mel look bad. But in actuality, you just made yourself look even more dumb. Okay, moving right along. So he says, you know, I really hope Mel comes and brings the kids or whatever. It shouldn't be a I hope. You should already have this signed, sealed, and delivered. Y'all should have had a conversation. You should have confirmed with her whether or not she was bringing the kids, because that will require you to ask her to bring the kids. What you did, sir, is send her an email telling her to bring the kids. I know you're fucking lying. You're not about to tell me to do shit. We're not married. And even if we did, you need to have some respect on my name, because I got shit to do. And that's why we have this court order. Well, you got the kids your time. I got the kids my time. And you on my time, Slim. And I ain't bringing the kids nowhere. Boom, bam, done. And I ain't talking about it no more. How about that? That's how I would feel if I was Mel. You disrespectful piece of shit. You think that you can tell me what to do? We don't have a good relationship. When y'all were in that counseling meeting with the parental counselor or whatever, you didn't even want Mel to touch you to console you. But now you think y'all couldn't even talk to each other on that construction site where y'all were going back and forth with each other. But you think that she gonna bring some kids to a book signing just because they name on the book? You lost your motherfucking mind. Moving on. Gotta go. Moving on. So Melanika gives him some solid advice, saying basically that their co-parenting situation needs to be stronger. Basically letting him know y'all don't have a strong foundation in the co-parenting. And she says, you know, there has to be some tools to help them create as a relationship builder. Like they need to build up that relationship where he can ask her on her days to bring the kids and vice versa. They're not there yet. She pretty much told him that. And this is your damn man, your assistant manager, whatever Melanika's job is at this point. But she seems to be the person that's talking some sense into your ass. Okay. Then she says, you know, y'all relationship, you know, needs work. And when Martell does not have the kids, you know, they don't have the best relationship yet for him to be asking her for her support at this event. And that's basically what you're asking her for. You're asking her to support you at this event because this is her time. And she says Mel doesn't feel safe yet with their co-parenting situation. And they really need to be delicate with her. I'm like, why did y'all not listen to the assistant? The assistant was basically telling him everything he needed to know. And Martell looked at her like, whatever. I don't give a fuck about none of that stuff you saying. Basically, like he don't give a damn. Like basically, like I told her to bring the kids and she should have brought the kids because this is about the kids. No, motherfucker, this is about you. That's who it's about. Because if it was about the kids, you should have done it on the time that you had the kids, because you have the kids. You have control over the kids' time. So therefore, you should have scheduled this when you had the kids. Because why? You and Melody do not have a good relationship. She does not have to do anything for you. And here's the most important part. If the motherfucking tables was turned, your ass would not do it for her. So stop playing, because you're trying to play with us. And we don't got time for this. This was just a whole little scheme that Todd put together from RHOA. Word to mothers from RHOA. This a whole scheme you put together to try to make Mel look bad because you butt hurt that she won't film with your ass. And you don't really have anything to talk about. You filming with your mom. Yeah, luckily you can film with the guys. But the really juicy scenes were when you with Mel. And if you were smart, you would try to build a better relationship with her instead of continuing to do this narcissistic bullshit that you do and trying to control her. She's not your wife anymore. She has no obligation to your feelings. The only thing that she has to even deal with you for the rest of them kids' life is them kids. That's it. She doesn't have to cater to your feelings and emotions. And from the way them kids, in the next scene, it shows Mel talking to her mother. Then everybody that's talking about catering to that dumbass Martell, don't nobody give a fuck that somebody just died in her family. Like, someone died in her family and she's packing up the kids, which deaths are not planned. Newsflash. So they're leaving, obviously, on the same day that he has this event to go and be with her family that's grieving. So y'all, again, the public that thinks that this is okay what Martell is doing, y'all expect her to, again, make a sacrifice for this man that clearly doesn't give a shit about her or them kids, for that matter, because of how you handled this. You know what y'all co-parenting situation is. So why would you even try this? If me and if I'm married now, but me and my husband got a divorce and we are not cool, there's no way. He's smart enough to know not to try to play with me. That's one thing he's not going to do. And he likes to be in control of what's going on. So the minute that he feels like he's losing control because he can't tell me, he would ask me. That's the first thing. And if I don't respond, like Mel obviously didn't respond, there's your answer. That is an answer. People are saying, oh, she didn't respond. She could have at least responded. No, that's an answer. When I don't give you an answer, that means hell no. It means no. We don't talk. So why would I even talk to you? Why are you asking me to accommodate you? Because for me to say no, like physically, then that requires me to talk to you even further to tell you why. I don't want to talk to you about the death that's happening in my family because I don't give a fuck about you, and I don't want you talking to me about anything that's going on in your life because I don't give a fuck about what's going on in your life. So I don't want anything that's going to spark any further conversation with you because I don't give a fuck about you. So when I don't respond to your email or your text about your dumbass event that's not happening on your time, because you're on my time and I don't like you. So why would I do that? I have other things to do. So I'm on Mel's side 100%. So Mel talking to her mom, she's talking about getting the kids and going, and she tells her mom that Martell basically emails her telling her to get the kids' hair done and telling her, she said, none of this is asking me anything. Again, trying to be controlling when you're not even in control of anything. You're not even in control of your own damn life. So I know you're not about to be over here trying to control me, sir. Get it together, Marcel. Get it together. So anyway, the kids have their bags packed. They're on the way out. They don't even look the least bit disappointed. I don't even know if they knew about this daggone book signing. To be honest, I don't know what happened. But anyway, she's grieving. Obviously, the family wants to see the kids. And rightfully, she can do whatever she wants. Why? Because she's on her time with the kids. See, you can do that when you on your time. You're not going to control my shit. And it even further lets me know how dramatic. First of all, you had like 7 people at this book signing. Wasn't nobody there because nobody like your ass. They don't. Let's just be real clear about it. You must have been very last minute with any of this because I would really find that embarrassing that I really don't, honestly, y'all, I don't think he planned this thing ahead. And Melanika, you're going to have to do a little bit better job, sis, at your job because this all seems so last minute what they put together because the fact that he is on a hit TV show, I think people would have come just off the strength of that, thinking, even though they don't like Martell's ass, thinking they would see other cast members that they like. I really do believe that. The room would have been more packed, regardless of him being a dickhead. So it lets me know you threw this together at the last minute. You knew you wasn't going to have the kids because Mel don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with her, frankly, for that matter. And then you're asking her to do a lot. This is her week. So she would have had to get the kids together, drop them off, wait either decide to bite the bullet and be at this event with you, even though she don't fucking like you, and then you will force her to film with you, which she's already said that she don't want to film with you because you disturb her peace, child. Then she would have had to come pick the kids up and then resume whatever regularly scheduled program she had. So you're asking her to break up her time. This is a very busy woman. I don't ever see Mel laying around chilling. So she has a lot going on, and you're asking, that is a big ask for her with her week, with her 4 children, by the way. She got to accommodate 4 kids with her time that she has split with you. And you're asking her to accommodate you, somebody that is atomically disrespectful to her. You put no respect on this woman's name. Your former wife, the mother of your children. You talk to her like absolute trash. You're so disrespectful. There is no motherfucking way. No way that I would accommodate you if I was male. Absolutely not. Okay, but anyway, move right along, y'all. The 7 people that came to his event, including the cast members, some other kids ended up reading the book, and that was that on that. And, you know, he tried to make it even more dramatic after the event was over, picking up the kids, the papers that had the kids' names on it because they were supposed to sit in the front. That right there lets me even know you being dramatic and you're trying to make Mel look bad. But in actuality, people that have a brain in their head and can see the forest for the trees know that you're full of shit. And that's it, y'all. I can't talk about that no more because that just really irritates me and it pisses me off. You didn't talk to her. You didn't confirm nothing. So why the hell would you think them kids would be there? I'll holler, y'all. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that watches this amazing show as well. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.